Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing an elevated and elongated yogalates session, so kind of stretchy transitions, core focused Pilates moves, full body weight today. When we're ready, we'll go ahead and get started in child's pose. You'll take your knees wide on your mat, big toes to touch, sink your hips towards your heels, stretch your arms long and forward. You can rest your forehead on your mat, maybe gently rock the forehead from side to side, getting a nice little release from temple to temple. Connecting deeply to your breath, utilize your inhales to send space between the vertebrae, lengthening long from your fingertips to your hips. Use your exhales to melt those hips a little bit deeper and to release any excess air, any excess tension or thoughts. On your next inhale, we lift up into tabletop, taking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Bending our cow cat on the inhale, drop the belly, pull the heart forward through your arms. Exhale, round and curl. 3 more rounds of breath. Inhale, open your chest, pin the shoulders back. Exhale, draw the navel in, puff up the space between your shoulder blades, creating movement and openness in your spine. 1 more round. Then when you're ready, you'll meet back in that neutral table. Tuck all 10 toes under and float the knees a couple inches from the mat. Slowly tap those knees back to the floor. Scoop in the low belly, lift them up. You're hovering those knees about 3 inches from the mat, lifting from your lower abdominals. Just lifting until those hips come the same line as your shoulders. Feeling that wrapping sensation for the space underneath your belly button. You're here for 4. Tap, lift, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back to your high plank. Hold there. You're gonna rock forward and back, taking those shoulders past the fingertips, and then flex through the ankles, draw those heels down. Keeping the weight forward and back, really rooting into the palms. Fingertips spread wide for 4. Strong through the upper body, 3, 2, and 1. We come back to table, lower the knees, and then sit your hips to your heels. Give yourself a moment to lengthen. Let's walk our hands over to the right side of the mat, stretching through your left sideline. Maybe your left hand comes on top to deepen this stretch. Then walk your hands back through center and over to the left. Walk the hands back through center, lift back to table. From here, finding a bird dog variation. We'll take the left arm and the right leg long in opposite directions, making sure that right shoulder is directly underneath your right palm. You'll find one little lift and lower of the legs, round and curl when it's lifted, extend out, and then lower and lift. Round and curl into your bird dog, extend into that balancing shape, lower and lift. When you're extended, aim to keep the shoulders and the hips super square towards the mat. Do your best not to allow that right hip to hike up. Beautiful. You're here for 4. Lower lift for 3, 2, 1. We hold the arm and leg out, find a little pulse. That palm faces up, squeeze into the glute, utilize the upper back. Holding stability through that right shoulder, through your left hip, drawing into your navel. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pause. Bend the back knee, reach around with your left hand, try to grab for the ankle, and then kick the foot into the hand. Maybe your gaze lifts forward, opening up through your chest. Slowly release. You'll slide the left arm to the left, right leg to the right, hold in that hover, and then plant that right foot down and lift yourself up into a 3-point kneeling position. Face forward so you can see that right leg is extended long. We'll interlace our hands behind our head and tilt your upper body to the left. Finding activation in that right oblique, you lift up through center. Can you tilt and you lift? Keeping the shoulders out of your ears. Really utilize that right side oblique to lift yourself back to stack shoulders over hips. Finding your range of motion. If you'd like to add on, that right arm can extend overhead as you reach and draw back behind the head as you restack. Alrighty, we're here for 6. Coordinating your breath if you haven't already. Inhale to tilt, exhale to lift back up. Here for 4, and to center. Last 3. Inhale, 2. Next one, we'll hold in that hover, tee out the arms, and find a little pulse, little up and down. Try not to bob the head and neck. Keep the shoulders out of the ears. That small range coming from your right oblique. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Take that left hand all the way down. Big side stretch up and over. When you're ready, you'll tap that right hand to the right thigh, lifting up and open. Exhale to lift and to lower. Creating space through the sideline as you reach. Exhale, lift and engage that right oblique and your right outer thigh. Lift and lower. Up and down. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. This one we hold the leg lifted, reach that arm up, pulse it out to a little small range up and down. Aiming to keep space from your right fingertips down to the left. Keeping that stack of shoulders and wrists, that lift of the rib cage off of the mat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that foot down. Lift all the way up to stand on the knee. Reach the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, sit your hip to your heel. Walk the arms forward. Find your 3-legged child's pose. If you'd like more of an inner thigh stretch, walk your hands over to the right. And slowly lift yourself back up into your table shape. Both knees plant, one right by the other. You drop the belly, pull the heart forward for your cow pose. Exhale, round into your cat. Evening things out opposite side. Our right arm extends, left leg. You lift up and hold. Round and curl, tap elbow into knee. Extend it out, lower and lift. Round, extend, lower and lift. Moving with your breath, moving at a pace that you can maintain. Making sure that left shoulder stays over the wrist, keeping space between the shoulder and the ear. Holding stability through the abdominal wall. Contract through the obliques, the sides of your waistline to help with that balance. Your last 4, and round. Lower lift, 3. Inhale to extend. Exhale, curl. Last one, and round. This one you hold out, palm faces up, find a little lift and lower. Pulsing up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You hold. Sweep that hand back, bend the knee, grab for the ankle, try to kick the foot into the hand. Slowly release forward and back. Right arm to the right, left leg to the left. Hold, and then plant the foot down and lift yourself up to stand on the knee. Hands interlaced behind your head. This time you tilt over to the right and center. I'll flip to the side just like I did on the other. You can tilt and lift. Utilize that left oblique to restack your shoulders and hips, keeping space the sides of the neck. Inhale, tilt. Exhale, restack. We're noticing how one side feels in comparison to the other. Typically, we have our dominant side that's a little bit stronger. that would like to take over or participate a little bit more. So working to find even contraction, even effort on both sides. Begin to add that extension of your left arm if you found it on the opposite side, and return. You reach to extend and center. You're here for 4. Inhale out, exhale, restack. Last 2. This next one we hold, tee out those arms, find a little lift and lower up and down. Small range. You can gaze towards your left hand, straight forward, or down towards your bottom. You're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down beneath the shoulder, big side stretch up and over. On your exhale, you tap the knuckles towards that left thigh. Inhale to open. Exhale, tap and open. Notice you're trying to keep a long line from the crown of the head down to the shoulders, the hip, and out to the foot. So maybe taking notice if your hips have started to rock forward or back. I'm going to aim to keep yourself in that long line. If you ever need a bit less, you're down on your right forearm, the right hip, finding that range from here. That even contraction through the side of your belly and the side of your thigh. 4, 3, 2. This next one, you hold that left leg lifted, left arm up, pulse it out, small range up and down. Gazing up towards that top hand will challenge your balance. Gazing down towards your mat will give you a little bit more stability. You're here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Plant the foot down, lift all the way up off of your hands, reach the arms up, and send your hips back towards your heels. Find that big stretch. Maybe walk the hands over to the left if you'd like more inner thigh stretch. And once again, you'll face forward in your tabletop. Take both knees down. This time you'll tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, down dog. Pedal out the feet, bend one knee and then the other. On your inhale, lift that right leg up and back, bend the knee, open up the hip, draw big circles around in one direction. Inhale, extend that leg out, step the foot between your hands. You'll find your hinged lunge, so staying hinged over your front thigh. You'll extend both arms out, step the back toes in, squeeze the elbows towards your waist. Reach out with the foot, out with the arms, in and out. Challenging your balance and stability down through that right foot and right thigh. You reach out and draw in, squeeze the upper back muscles to help hold yourself hovering over the thigh. Keeping space between the belly button and your right leg. Try not to change the shape of your right side. You hold that stability. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You hold the left toes tapping in, heel stays lifted from the mat as you lower and lift in your small staggered squats. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Hinge a little bit deeper. Extend that left leg back behind you. Hover it off the mat if it's available. Find that balance. Find the strength of your right leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands to the mat. Plant the back foot down for your pyramid. Stretch both heels, root to the floor as you fold forward. Getting a stretch over your right thigh. Then walk that back foot a little bit deeper in your lunge. Left hand plants, right arm lifts for your lunge twist. Gaze down as you transition to side plank. Send that right foot back to stack or stagger. If you need less, the left knee comes down to the mat. Otherwise, we're here, we lift up, 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 up. Maybe float that right leg from the left. Option to extend the right arm. We just hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both hands down to the mat. We'll move through a vinyasa flow. You'll shift the weight forward, shoulders over fingers, bend your elbows like a chaturanga, push up into your up dog. Open the chest, roll the tops of the toes to the mat. Exhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing. Pedal out the feet when you're there, bending one knee and then the other. Inhale, your left leg lifts up and back. Bend the knee, open up at the hip. Draw those circles. Then extend the leg behind the hips, step the foot between your hands. Stay low in your lunge, just lift your chest about halfway off the thigh. From here, you extend the arms forward. Tap the right toes beside the left and extend out and in. Squeeze your upper back, find depth through that left leg. Try not to change the shape of this left knee. It holds stacked over ankle. Reaching long to the fingertips and in. For 6, 5, it's an inhale out, exhale in. Last 3, 2. Next, when you hold the stagger of your feet, find that lift and lower. Your staggered squat up and down. You're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, keeping your proud chest. 3, 2, 1. Sending it into an airplane. Hover the right leg from the mat. Extend it behind your hip. Keep drawing the belly button up and in. Right hip stays square. We hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pyramid shape. Both feet down. You fold forward into your left thigh. Finding those even rounds of breath, slow and steady to calm your heart rate. Then take a bigger step back with the back foot, lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm reaches open. You can stay here or transition to your side plank. Left foot stacks or staggers. You can always drop down through your right knee if you need a little bit less on the wrist. If you want more, lift your left leg from the right, creating that star shape. Keep lifting energetically away from the mat with that right side. Option to extend overhead. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We find plank. Both hands down. Shift the weight forward. Exhale, chaturanga, push up. Inhale, opens the chest, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk your feet to your hands, top of the mat. Fold forward over your thighs. Wrap opposite elbows, let the head and chest hang heavy. Inhale, bend your knees, sit those hips back. Hold in that hover, roll the shoulders back. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, slowly roll the hips all the way down to the mat. Extend your legs forward, round forward over your thighs. Roll down. You round through your spine, shoulders out of the ears. Inhale the arms up and overhead. Exhale to lift off head and shoulders. Scoop into the belly, peel yourself forward, diving your chest towards the thighs. Round back stays as you return back down onto your mat, resisting your vertebrae one at a time. Exhale off head and shoulders. Scoop and peel it up. You can always bend your knees or grab behind the thighs if you need some help on the way up. Exhale to round and roll down. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lift, scoop, and peel it up. One more time. You round and roll down. Inhale the arms up. This time, hands behind the head. Bend your knees, slide those heels in close towards your glutes. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, you lift up into your chest lift. Pause, extend those arms forward like you're reaching towards the thighs. Back behind your head and lower down. Exhale to lift and hold. Reach towards your thighs, behind the head, and lower. Just here for 4. Really scooping in the belly, try to lift a little bit higher as the arms sweep by your thighs. Lift, 3, and lower. Exhale up, reach 2. Holding that stability in your core. Next one, you lift and hold. Both knees to tabletop, palms face down, begin to pump through your arms. Inhale for a count of 5. Exhale for a count of 5. Breathe in and breathe out. If you want more, extend your legs forward or up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, stay with your knees in tabletop or feet to the floor. Keep pumping through the backs of your arms, active triceps, shoulders out of your ears. 2 more rounds. We breathe in and out. Last round of inhales. Exhale. Hold. Tap the feet down to the mat. Reach those arms all the way up and overhead. Extend your legs. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, hug the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a rock side to side. Then lift yourself off your shoulders. Heels stay close to the glutes. Begin to roll like a ball. Forward and back until you make your way into a seat. Our legs will stay long. Remove any fascia out from underneath your hips. Hard flex through your ankles like the pinkies are pulling towards the nose, lengthening the backs of the knees to the mat. Arms reach out to a T, your spine twist, palms up. Take an inhale breath. Double exhale to the right. Inhale, face forward. Exhale, exhale left. Continuing with your breath. Twist, twist. Inhale, twist, twist. You're here for 6. 2 more each side. 4. Exhale, exhale. 1 more each side. Lift a little bit taller through center. Find that tall posture. Last one. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, both arms fold forward. And now reverse plank to finish. Point through your toes. Take the hands about a foot behind your hips. Fingertips to face your hips or to the sides of your mat. On your inhale, you lift off of your hips. Option to gaze behind you. Open up the head and chest. Expose the throat. That feels okay in the head and neck. Then slowly tuck your chin towards your chest. Lower your hips. And find a comfortable seated position anywhere on your mat. When you're ready, we'll circle sweep the arms up and overhead. Take the right hand down by your side. Stretch up and over to the right. Windmill the hands down to the left. Right arm reaches. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands down in front of your chest, giving yourself some gratitude for showing up today for this beautiful movement. I thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.